Weekly Spins. Welcome to our channel, Speck of Dust, inspirational spins for the week.
Okay, my first record is Motörhead's Orgasmatron from 1986. This is in honor of Phil Campbell's passing, longtime guitarist. This was actually his first record with the band. So I'm a bit of a partisan for the early classic trio records by Motörhead, but really they're all at least okay, and a lot of them are very good. This is definitely in the very good category. It's also a little bit different than your typical Motörhead record in that Bill Laswell produced it. So it has this almost industrial sound to it, which is, not something you get in a typical Motörhead record. Most of the songs, though, they are typically Motörhead songs, like if you like any Motörhead song, you will like all Motörhead songs, more or less. The title track, though, is a bit of an exception. It's this grinding, mid-tempo, long anti-war song. And, the lyrics are as true now as they were then, maybe more so. And Laswell's production makes it sound huge and sinister and kind of alien. Anyway, great record. Is Distances by Elkhorn from 2022. So these guys are a guitar duo, essentially, at their core. One guy plays acoustic, one plays electric. Their records range from, kind of folky duets, primitive guitar sort of stuff, to stuff that sounds almost like Earthless, hard rock, like jammy hard rock. This record falls right in the middle of that spectrum. Really the big thing is the interplay of the guitars. The way these guys know each other's inclinations inside and out, weaving back and forth. Like these are guitar tapestries, basically. The title song is a sidelong suite. There's this part in the middle of it where the guitars join in this ascending, spiraling sequence. And, it sounds like the greatest song Popol Vuh, never recorded. So, another great record.
Joann Garrett. She's yeah, got quite the attire there. This kind of a lilac purple getup. Um, she recorded this record and very little else, just a couple singles. It's from 1969 and it's on the Always Interesting Chess label. Very good, steady Chicago soul. Lots of standards, unforgettable, walk on by. The real payoff is, to my mind, is the last two tracks, especially the last one, which are written by Andre Williams. He of Bacon Fat and Jailbait fame, if sleazemeister of Detroit and Chicago soul. He has written this fabulous song called "It's No Secret." Joann Garrett does with it. It's like they're the sort of Chicago area equivalent of Lee, Hazelwood, and Nancy Sinatra. There's all kinds of crazy backtracking and strings and sort of hallucinogenic landscapes, a la, Some Velvet Morning or something, but all done to a soul song. Here is The End, a 1974 album by Nico, which also completes her trilogy that began with Desert Shore and continued with The Marble Index. Here she goes deep. The title is taken from the Doors song that she covers. It's every bit, it's even more funereal and dirge-like than theirs. Their version. There's any number of other great tracks on here, including the German national anthem. But all of them are sort of done in this lugubrious, sort of self-hating fashion that just makes for one of the loneliest listens that you'll ever encounter. The sparse instrumentation, often it's just her with a harmonium, and her monotonous, joyless voice makes this clearly not something for everyone. But if you are feeling existential despair, I can't think of a better guide to take you through the fens and waters of Avernus, The End by Nico.
Okay, I have Alan Vega, self-titled from 1980. This is his first solo record um, outside of the project of Suicide, and it's very different. It's sort of rockabilly, but not. It's not psychobilly, certainly. It's too streamlined. It really makes it post-punk or minimal billy, is what I might call it. The vocals are just like Suicide vocals, except it rambles and it's brilliant in its dumbness. For instance, the songs like Jukebox Babe, Kung Fu Cowboy, and Speedway, which goes Speedway, oh Speedway, gasoline and cocaine, boom, 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 boom. Anyway, so it's very much an American street punk record. It's propulsive. You can feel the leather. It's got mucho swagger. And it's almost like Vega died and crawled out of a grave as Elvis. I also have Fennesz, Endless Summer from 2001. He's an Austrian experimental guitar player. And he uses a lot of effects. Sometimes you can pick out the guitar, but it's mostly effects and synthesizers. It's not a soundtrack. Even with the name Endless Summer, it has nothing to do with the original soundtrack by the Sandals and the Bruce Brown film, except it does reflect a similar kind of alternative surfing culture, perpetual summer, but from a different dimension. The sounds are cut up and granular, which I call the Cuisinart effect, which doesn't always work out, but here it's great. It's very swirly, underwater-like, squashed, springy, and then there'll be clean orchestral passages. It's got a lot of effects loops, repeats, and lots of melodic fragments, as if it was sourced from the original, but it isn't. So I keep this in my experimental classical, and it's a little bit drony. There's the gatefold. Actually, the front is better. It's got the summer vibe. Fennesz has a lot of experimental work, but this one is very much more giving. Yeah, he does an album called The Black Sea, which is also good. But Alan Vega, it reminds me of Pet Cemetery, not a dog, but Elvis.
I don't want to be buried in that pet cemetery.
But it's also got Eno and that version of the end. Ooh.
I was going to say, you mentioned the songs Bacon Fat and Jailbait. Are those
Yeah,
two different songs, or is that one song?
those are two songs by Andre
Okay.
Williams. Classic, but not classy. Christ Almighty, there is no God, it has been said by one wiser than himself.
Like AC/DC, you know? You know what you're getting.
Elkhorn.
Brooklyn.